What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the BBB Gaming News channel. If you want to hear the other side of the news, subscribe and turn on notifications. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how many people are out there, content creators and YouTubers, trying to replicate the instance that occurred with ZLANER's aim in Rebirth Island. So, let's crack on with the news. A YouTuber by the name of Dre840 has tried to actually replicate what happened with ZLANER. Of course, this guy hasn't actually gone into Rebirth Island to try and replicate it. However, he did use a large multiplayer map on Modern Warfare 2019. People may say, well, it's 2019 Modern Warfare, so it's a completely different aim assist. Wrong. Modern Warfare 2019 has the same engine as Warzone, so the aim assist, built-in aim assist settings for both games are the same. But what Dre840 does, he shows his settings, he goes into multiplayer and he tries to replicate it. He does this by using the sniper, the Kar 98, as well as trying to do it whilst reloading to see if there is any sort of snap. He does this whilst enemies are behind objects and items. He does this whilst he's like prone behind a wall, behind a hill. He does multiple different things to check it. Let's run a short moment of this through for you now.
Alright, so I'm going to stand here because this is the field where you get a bit of distance, right? I don't want to have to go find somebody because if I start going into these little areas, it's gonna make the opposition really close, and it won't really be a good. There we go. No matter what I do, it doesn't trail. Oh, come on. It doesn't trail. Let's try again. It doesn't do it. The white dot does not. It just doesn't snap on the person. No matter I'm doing it light. I'm doing it. It just doesn't do it. And I know why it doesn't do it, because it's not a built-in game mechanic. I've took my hand off the right analog stick now. It's
One thing that Dre840 goes on to say is that any of you guys who have Modern Warfare 2019 have the option to go into a game using this weapon and trying to replicate that aim assist. You can all go and do it. Test for yourselves. Take nobody else's understanding and opinions about this. You can make your own mind up by doing your own tests. All you have to do is get your settings exactly the same as whatever streamer it is you are talking about and try and replicate what they've done. It is the same engine, so therefore the aim assist settings are the same. So the purpose behind Dre840's video is, how can it be that ZLANER can get aim assist through a wall and then track an enemy, but he can't get it when he's got the enemy visible in front of him with the same weapon? He goes on to say about these fans of streamers defending them blindly, and do you know what? I have no problem with that because it shows loyalty, and I respect loyalty. I believe that people should be loyal to something they believe in. Unfortunately, it means that they might be blinded by the fact that they are loyal, because loyalty can blind you from the truth sometimes. Dre840 also states in his video that if this instance that occurred with ZLANER in Rebirth Island was to have happened against a large streamer, they would instantly call it out for cheats. And if it was a small streamer, it would instantly get called out for cheats. Guys, if you want to check out Dre840's video, it is linked in the description below. It was a great watch, start to finish, so go and check it out. But that isn't where we finish this today. Another content creator by the name of Rara has actually tried to replicate what happened with ZLANER. He got a lot of people in a custom lobby in Rebirth Island and tried to replicate this. He claimed he wasn't using any cheats. He tried to do this naturally to see whether or not it was built-in aim assist. Now, I put out a video on the badboy Beaman channel recently saying you could try this, and 1 out of 1,000 times you will not get that replication. You will not be able to get that small lock through the wall, and then the perfect track after it. Let's have a look at what Rara was able to do. He did a live stream. This live stream consisted of him running customs for a short period of time. He managed to try and attempt to replicate this on a number of occasions. And you know, a lot of people helped him in doing this by joining the custom lobbies. So I'm sure he respects and appreciates all of them. Let's have a look at the results of him trying to replicate what happened with ZLANER.
One person. That's our one person. Everybody else, go over there. We're going to one by one swap it out. All right. So, what I want is I want to see how the aim assist works. You can see rotational is working right here. This is me just using the left stick through this. Okay. So now I want, what's it called? I want, I don't know what to call you. Loadout boy. Go to the far corner right here. Walk your way up and then down towards this. Okay? And I want to see, first off, if I start the reload process. Hold on. Wait, go back.
Loadout drop inbound.
All right, everybody just line up. Everybody line up behind him at this corner. And we're just going to one by one do the same thing over and over. We're just going to... Once he goes, you go. That's what we'll do. Over and over. All right. Ready? So, start. Let's get it. Sir. Oh, man. The delay is bad. One by... Well, okay. You guys are really going fast, huh? Okay. I actually felt that. I'm not even gonna lie. I gotta chill. I don't have to... I should not even have to focus on trying to keep them on there, to be honest. All right. Next. Because I do think there's a little bit of randomness. Whoa, I jumped it.
It didn't appear that Rara was able to replicate what ZLANER did. However, Rome wasn't built in a day, so he's actually gone on to say that he will be continuing his search to see whether or not this is due to built-in mechanics down to aim assist. Now, whilst there was actually signs of aim assist in this clip, in many of the clips and many of the attempts, there was no actual lock, there was no snap of the reticle of the crosshair, anything. It would appear that Rara is trying to debunk this. Now, I appreciate this process, and the reason I appreciate this process is because you need to make sure you debunk every angle before you put out a clip and call it sus or call it cheats, right? If you cannot debunk every situation to its fullest, then you are putting out something as a hit and hope. And I appreciate this angle. This is something that people do in the background before they actually put a clip out to say that's sus, or is this cheats, or that is cheating. Rara's decided to do this live on stream. Like I said, I appreciate the process, and I am looking forward to see where Rara takes this, because if he is able to replicate it, then, well, does that mean people are going to accuse him of cheating? If he isn't able to replicate it, does that mean that he's going to finally sit down and say to himself, well, maybe I was wrong. Maybe ZLANER is a cheat. Well, we'll have to wait and find out about that. How many times will it take to try and replicate this before somebody decides to say, do you know what? Maybe something else was in play in the clip of ZLANER. Or how many times does it take to replicate this before you get that one moment where you are able to replicate it? I don't think people will be able to replicate this with built-in mechanics, built-in aim assist. I don't think it's possible, but Rara does seem to believe so. So I do look forward to seeing what he actually is able to produce in his trials and testings. One thing I will say though, in the video that I put out on the Badboy Beaman channel showcasing aimbot in use, alongside ZLANER's clip, It did not take me more than one attempt to actually replicate what happened. Yes, it was a different setting, and yes, maybe we should go into Rebirth Island and try and replicate it that way. That is something that we are looking to do. But we need to do it in a custom lobby, so I will be reaching out to people in my Discord server to get that sorted. However, let's run the clip through again now of the aimbot moment where we tried to replicate the motion where it locked behind an object, tracked perfectly and broke away at the end. You can see the small lock behind this rock before it actually tracks the player off the ship. It's very, very clear, the small snap, the track and the way it breaks away at the end quite clean. And again, that clip you've just seen was the first attempt, and you have to remember that any program you download that is aimbot for Warzone has many different variations within their settings, down to the speed, the smoothness, the field of view, everything. There are so many other different features that can actually cause your aim to actually move freely, to actually not be so snappy. Now this was the first attempt. All we wanted to replicate in doing this clip was showing the small lock, the track and the breakaway. If we wanted to, we could fine tune those cheats to the point where the reticle, the crosshair moved more freely and looked a hell of a lot more like this aim assist the top streamers talk about. But again, referring back to the video from Dre840, he says that you guys should do your own research. As we always say on the Badboy Beaman channel, it's up to you guys to decide. Go out of your way, do your own testing. If it is something that you feel that strongly about, you will go out and try and replicate it, because why not? It's a bit of fun anyway. Whether you succeed or fail in your testing, it's a bit of fun and it gives you a reason to actually play the game. You can go into a custom game against the bots and actually try and replicate the aim assist, just as Dre840 tried. He tried to replicate the aim assist and he was not successful in getting any sort of snap from the reticle, just as Rara hasn't been this far. But again, as I said earlier, I will be paying close attention to what Rara is doing with his testing, because I'm looking forward to seeing whether or not he decides to actually carry this on over and over to the point where he can just finally say enough's enough and I can't replicate it, or to the point where he feels that he has replicated it. And I want to see how that goes. I genuinely do, and I'm looking forward to it. Guys, when we find out any more information, whether it be about Rara trying to replicate this, whether it be about Dre840 putting out another video about this trying to replicate it, or whether we decide to actually go out of our way, fine tune those cheats and try and replicate it in Rebirth Island with customs, well, we will definitely keep you posted about it here on the BBB Gaming News channel. Make sure you're subscribed with notifications on. BBB, over and out. Thank you very much for making it this far through the video, and if you did enjoy the video guys, make sure you hit that thumbs up. If you fancy sharing the video out as well, it helps the channel massively. And if you are new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and whack that notification bell so you don't miss any of our daily news uploads. You don't want to miss out. We have fun here. We give you the news on a daily basis, but also for anybody who can't watch the videos on the move and you feel like you want to keep up to date with the news in other ways, we do have a website, www.bbbgamingnews.com. It's actually linked in the description of every single one of our videos. We put out multiple news articles about gaming related things across all boards, all different games, all different consoles, all different gaming news. Go and check it out, and thank you very much for watching once again.